Let's try this again. I have no idea if this is actually working.
You buy better, much better, so much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better with Burns. You buy better.
Summer is winding down, which means it's the perfect time to fall into your annual maintenance routine. Get those car tires checked, safely secure the grills and gas tanks, button up the beach house, and winterize the boats. Why not add an insurance review to the list? Call the Burns Agency to compare coverages and get quoted unbeatable prices today. Home, auto, business, call, chat, or email us today. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better, Burns. Much better, so much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Hi, this is Lisa Griffin of Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank. Well, some banks offer checking account rewards, and some banks rebate ATM withdrawal fees. At Eastern, we say, why choose? Check out our Kasasa checking accounts and find out how you can get both. For more information, visit bankeasternct.com, call us at 860-889-7381, or stop by any of our branch locations today. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank with offices in Norwich, Jewett City, and Plainfield. Member FDIC. Do you, Kasasa?
Life's been tough, and it's even tougher than ever to find a good therapist. But these days, all you hear is, sorry, we aren't accepting new patients. Next time, reach out to Life's Journey Counseling Services. They're located on Main Street, right in the middle of Jewett City, and they are accepting new patients right now. Individual, couples, family, and group counseling are all services available at Life's Journey Counseling Services in Jewett City. Find them online at lifesjourneyct.com and click on Book Appointment for information on how to start or to simply get questions answered. Life's Journey Counseling Services has multiple therapists on staff, so your questions, concerns, and counseling needs will all be met. lifesjourneyct.com. It's the best place to start your personal journey to heal, become a better version of yourself, and strengthen your relationships. Life's Journey Counseling Services, 70 Main Street, here in Jewett City, lifesjourneyct.com.
Your community radio, live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning and 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Like they always say things that aren't stupid usually. And when they are stupid, it's funny.
Well, good morning. Nobody. That's, nobody's saying anything, so I figure nobody's there. So I'm just going to sit here and talk to myself for a while. Yeah, I got the audio working and wow. So, who's there? Anybody there? Just say somebody say hi. You know, because I really think that sometimes social media sites, they just put people or they put numbers in there to make it look like there's somebody actually there when there's really nobody there. Look at that. See her right there. Hello, Loy. Good morning. Kathy. Good morning, Victoria. All right, there we go. There are actual people there. There is life in Griswold. Congratulations. I appreciate that. The audio was taking an extended weekend. Yeah. I think that it was. Am I solo this morning? No. There's actually two of me, Scott. There's two of me. One here and one here. You're not seeing double? Anyway, so I did something yesterday that is something that it's really honestly, I think was the coolest thing ever. All right. So my favorite movie of all time is It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart. And it's just a great movie. And we went and actually saw it on the big screen last night at the theater, which is something that I had never, ever, ever done. And that movie, I'll tell you, it's there's even more of an impact when you see it on the big screen. So I'll tell you right now, if you get a chance to see it on the big screen, do it. It was so much fun. And matter of fact, there were a lot more there were a lot more scenes in it that I'd never seen before. So it was really good. So anyway, yeah, Cindy, see, it was amazing. So Cindy went with we went with Cindy, and come on in, Miranda. Oh my God, thank you. Hi. Let's get you on a camera here. I had somebody that was coming in this morning, and then they just, oh, I forgot. Yeah. Let's see if I can. There we go. Yes. Come over a little more. There you go. Let me fix this. Hi, Miranda. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
We're talking about, have you ever seen It's a Wonderful Life?
I mean, probably I feel like we watched it in school, but I don't watch.
Really?
That's not one of my like normal Christmas movies. It's not in my rotation.
Any reason, or you just haven't gotten to it?
I don't know. I like the funny ones, I guess.
Do you? This was pretty funny.
Oh, see, I
It'll
don't
make
even
you
remember.
cry at the end.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know this story, but no, it's not one I watch.
So we went and saw. I was just telling everybody we went and saw it on the big screen last night.
Really?
Yeah. They had it down in Lisbon.
That's really neat.
Yeah, they have some cool things coming up down there. If like they're doing like plays and different things that they're broadcasting live, they're streaming.
Wow.
So if you're not,
We just got a nice little family gift bucket of popcorn, like a whole shebang to go out
Yeah.
there one night too.
they're gonna, and that's probably a $300 gift because we went and got popcorn there, and it was like $25 for popcorn and a soda.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
they had credit applications laid out and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it was laid up on the big screen. Now, I've seen this movie a million times, right? And it's my favorite movie. So I'm gonna,
You're a little sap.
oh my God, I cried like a bitch. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, there was a guy at the end that came on because it was Turner Classic Movies that was putting it on, and he basically goes, that last scene right there. If you didn't cry, then you don't have a soul. It is. It's a good feeling.
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
So, but it was good. So we walked in there, and you paid $12.50 to get in there. 20. Well, actually, we got tickets given to us, so it was cool. $25 for a soda and a medium popcorn.
$50 date night right there.
Right, for something that I could have popped some Jiffy Pop.
Sat on your couch.
Watched it on a DVD. But it was, I got to be honest, it was worth it.
Aw.
Just going out, and we haven't been to the movies in literally. All right, so Melissa and I have been to the movies once together. And it was 5 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And but this was really cool.
That's neat.
And it was a whole different, perspective watching it on the big screen.
On the big
right?
screen. Yeah, I could see that.
It was cool. So what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Christmas Vacation and Elf. I don't know if I could choose, but I think we've watched those both already probably 4 or 5 times this season.
Angela Adams says good morning.
Good morning. I got to talk to her.
Oh,
Tell her-
Angela.
Check your email, Angela. I'm supposed to meet somebody at 10 a.m. from GNACC, and I'm not going to be there because I'm here.
Sorry. Scott says it's no Die Hard.
I don't see. I've seen that. I don't remember it. I guess it didn't really make a lasting impression on me. But I know the joke is like Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I don't know.
It is not a Christmas movie. I don't care what anybody says. It is not. Matter of fact, I created an ornament that we sell on Etsy. Nobody locally buys them, but they're sold all over the world. And here it is. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It's an ornament for your tree. I'm not kidding. I just put it up on the screen. And it is not a Christmas movie. I don't care. I'll go to my grave saying it is not. Nothing screams Christmas like Hans Gruber falling from Nakatomi Plaza. Merry Christmas. I don't know.
Okay. Did you watch the new Christmas Story? There's like a new one this year.
No,
It was
didn't.
good.
I don't know if I want to see. I think we were talking about It's a Wonderful Life last night before and everything. And I said, I hope to God nobody remakes this ever. And nobody has.
Yeah.
And that's another one that I hope nobody ever. Well, apparently.
Well, they didn't
So,
remake it. They just follow the story, and it's the characters. It's good.
let's see. Oh, Angela just said, I did. It bounced back when I replied. I'll follow.
Oh yeah, that's our good old firewalls for you.
Victoria says Polar Express is the best Christmas movie ever.
My kids, like we've seen it, but they won't watch it. They're like, it's just creepy. And it does. The characters do look creepy. Like it's like a mix of like a hybrid of, I don't know.
Oh, you mean Polar Express?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
But I do like it.
Oh, I do too. But Santa looks.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's like
Tom Hanks looks
oh.
creepily weird in that.
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, my kids won't watch it.
They won't watch it because of that.
Mhm.
That's funny, actually. Some votes for Elf. Jill says Elf
Mhm.
for her girls. She also says I was raised on. Do you remember this one? Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
I remember it, but no. How about Ernest Saves Christmas?
I was not a big Ernest fan.
Oh, we were.
Know what I mean?
Ew.
Oh, I loved Emmett Otter. Matter of fact, that was one of the first things I ever saw on HBO.
Huh.
It was a Jim Henson thing.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah.
remember it vaguely.
Christmas Vacation. That's got another one. I love
Yes.
that. Shit is full, Clark. But Elf is probably right up there.
Yeah.
Like, hi, Buddy the Elf. What's your favorite color? Santa. I know him. Let's see. Scott Fryer says when your kids watch Polar Express 36 times in a row in August, it stops being entertaining. Jill says we still sing the songs every Christmas. Yep. Barbecue.
How about I have my old like records from when I was a kid. So I still have the John Denver Muppet Christmas record and the Sesame Street one. So I broke those out yesterday.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Do your kids like them?
They like the John Denver, the Muppet Christmas special, because now there's new Muppet Christmas specials too. But yeah, they do like that. But it's hard to find those to stream. So so we listen to the record and it skips and it's but we make it work.
I think there's something to be said for the classics,
Mm-hmm.
for the things that you grew up with
Yep.
and stuff. Like I didn't grow up with It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
So Chelsea's mom, Nancy, my daughter's mom, she said to me, well, this is how I ever watched it. I was like 22. She said to me, she goes, Michael, she goes, I want you to watch a movie with me. I said, no. She goes, no. It's a Christmas movie and you're going to love it. I promise you. All right. Well, she put on It's a Wonderful Life.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, it's black and white. I don't
Yeah.
watch a black and white movie.
I think that was my feelings too.
Oh my God. She was so right.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
Maybe I'll watch it this week. I don't know if I can fit it in between all my Hallmark movies.
Hallmark. Oh my God. Oh. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes,
Okay.
but it is phenomenal. Did you know that every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings?
Yes, I know that line.
Oh, all right. So you did know that.
Oh,
one.
yes.
All right.
Oh, another classic.
Go for it.
White Christmas.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Speaking of like Bing Crosby, have you
Mhm.
ever seen the Bing Crosby Christmas special years ago? Him and David Bowie singing "Little Drummer Boy."
I've heard it. I haven't seen it.
Look it up on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's just not one of those things that would ever really happen.
Yeah.
With Bing going over, hey, Dave, what's going on? I don't know, Bing. I'm just going to sing a Christmas carol to you. You want to join me? They're two way different genres.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
I'm just down the road over here, Bing. No, it's just not going to happen. But it was just funny. Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh, I broke out those. I have those albums too.
That's Angela said there.
Yes.
The year without a Santa Claus.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
All the Rankin Bass ones, the puppet claymation ones.
Yeah. Creepy.
It was the year.
Well, I like Rudolph, but I don't like the other ones.
She says I'm cute. I think I got a soundboard that has all those on there. Nobody. What is that? You want to be a dentist? Krampus.
Nope, never seen it.
I don't understand the whole Krampus thing.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
No, me neither.
So, Victoria says, she goes, I have vinyls from when I was a kid. The Christmas carols are my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. People don't go Christmas caroling anymore.
I have been begging my kids to do this, and they're like, no,
Why
Mom.
don't we just do it?
No, Mom. I have a great neighborhood for it.
We may end up with a flash mob.
A flash mob.
Yeah. If we just say, and all of a sudden people just start joining
Yeah.
us.
Let's do
That'd
it.
be kind of cool. Let's see. Miracle on 34th Street. Oh, Grizzle's awake. Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, I think we watched that in school maybe, but
Yeah. That thing right there had about 20 different incarnations.
yeah, a new one came out when I think I was like a teenager or so.
Somebody said with the girl from Matilda.
Yes, I remember that.
You know another Christmas movie that has had a million even cartoons? Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
You have the old ones, black. There's a few in black and white.
Yeah.
And then even Mr. Magoo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Magoo.
The Mickey has one. The Muppets have one.
Yes.
And then this year's take on it was with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. Spirited. That was really good.
That's on Apple TV,
Yeah,
right?
it's really good.
Saw the promo. Where else is that streaming?
I don't know. We have,
I just saw the promo for that last night.
Yeah,
as
it's
a
really
matter of
good.
fact, and I thought that looked really good. I don't have Apple TV, but it's got to be somewhere. I got to find it. See, now I got to watch it because you
Mhm.
mentioned it.
It's good.
That's one of those things. If you see something like on TV, like a promo,
Yeah.
and then the next day somebody says,
Yep.
then it's meant to be that I got to watch it.
Mhm.
So, okay. Oh, here's one. And this is another kind of incarnation of A Christmas Carol. Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Just watched that last night.
awesome movie.
Yep.
It's really, really good.
All right, my kid's 9, so we put it on, and that opening scene where the guy guns, and I'm like, it's just pretend. Like my 4-year-old, I'm like, it's just pretend. It's just pretend. I'm like, okay, it's your bedtime. Let's go.
Let's go. You're not going to watch the rest of this tonight. God. Scott says he needs to educate me on Krampus. I don't even know what the whole Krampus thing is all about.
I couldn't. Yeah.
All I know is he kind of looks like the devil or
Yeah.
something like that, and horns.
Yeah.
and
Weird.
it is kind of weird. I'm gonna see what else if I missed anything else here. Good morning, Vicky. Oh, yeah. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty.
Oh yeah, I like those.
Those Rankin Bass ones, like Rudolph.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you
The
have a favorite?
timeless.
Yeah. Do you have? There was a time where they said that they weren't going to be on TV anymore. Everybody freaked out.
Yeah.
But then it just came out on DVD.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Then you can stream it on.
But it
almost
was
every
like
service,
when
so.
we were growing up, and it was only on that one time on channel. I don't know. I think it was channel 3 that always had it. And it's like you had to watch it at that one time, or else you missed it for the year.
Exactly. You're exactly right too.
Yeah.
It was usually a Sunday night
Mm-hmm.
or a Saturday night. And if you didn't sit there, it was like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
It was like once a year. If you
Once
didn't
a year.
watch it, you
Yep.
were screwed. You know,
Yep.
you couldn't watch it anymore.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Gremlins being a Christmas movie?
We watched that. See, I don't think of it as a Christmas movie, but when I searched like family Christmas movies this year, that came up. So we watched
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
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 Don't feed him after dark. Okay, so Scott says Krampus is the anti-Santa. He originates in Germany. Okay.
Anti-Santa.
Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Let's see. Miracle on 34th Street was, I mean, I know we mentioned it already, but I was like, eh.
That's another classic though that people love.
I know, but I
don't know
like
about
the
it.
old, there's an old one that I liked. For some reason, it's weird because, you know, my Nancy's mom, my first mother-in-law, I've had two. I
Mhm.
love them both. And, but Doris, my first one, she actually got me kind of hooked on like black and white movies because I just never saw the value in it because, you know, why?
Right.
And then I got really offended when they colorized it.
Oh.
I didn't like it at all.
No?
No, and we sat in the theater last night and I said, I hope this is not colorized.
And they didn't, did they?
No,
Okay.
no, it was all black and white. And I think I annoyed everybody in the theater.
Were there a lot of people there?
I don't know, maybe 15.
Okay.
There were about 15. I don't know about the early show because it was one at 3:30 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I annoyed everybody in there because I like recited almost every line. I did, you know. So, Mr. Potter. And you get into like, for example, you know, you're like they have leading ladies of today. You know what the leading ladies of yesteryear were. And I'll be honest with you, nobody touches Donna Reed. She's beautiful. I mean, just classic beauty,
Yeah,
you know,
I love that.
you know, not one of those you go, oh yeah, hey yo baby, come on over here. You know, no, it's just she's beautiful. She's just a beautiful, beautiful woman. So, and she's just wholesome, you know. So
Yeah.
not like Gidget or something like that. Oh, how about the Star Wars Christmas special?
I don't even know about that.
Luke, Merry Christmas, Luke. I couldn't think. I don't know about that one. What? So, Elf. What was your favorite scene in Elf?
Oh, the shower scene.
Okay, that's when she was singing. And
Yes, I love her voice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love her voice.
I liked it when the kid at the end and he had the Christmas book.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, you know, I'm so and so from NBC One or whatever. Something about getting her a ring or something like that. And she just looks at the camera and goes, I don't know. And I also like the snowball fight.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Any other Christmas
And
movies? Or? Oh, go ahead. You were gonna say something else.
No, the other scene that's hilarious is when he fights Santa. You're not the Santa. Yes, I am. No, you're not. No, you're not.
He's an angry elf.
Yeah, that's funny too.
Call me elf one more time.
Oh.
You're an elf. He flips into some WWE moves. Oh God.
There was one year, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. My son, we found a Buddy the Elf like pajama onesie.
Yep.
He was obsessed. He was probably maybe 5. I don't know. He literally wore it everywhere we went. Everywhere we went, he wore this like
It's
pajama
Maddox?
onesie. Yeah, Maddox. He wore it everywhere. It was so funny.
It's such. It's these are classics, you know. But see, the funny thing is, these are things that our kids will take.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll tell their kids, you know. Say,
Yeah.
you know, and of course, I'll be pleased when Rihanna gets older and tells her kids that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. That'll be awesome. We already talked about Die Hard. Christopher says Die Hard should be part of this conversation. And my comment about that, Chris, was there's nothing like Christmas when Hans Gruber falls from Nakatomi Plaza. That's Christmas to me. I don't know. Who else was in that movie? Snape. Well, that was Snape, you know, from the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, don't know those movies.
You never saw Harry Potter?
Like once or twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Severus Snape, one of the really creepy teachers. That was the guy that fell from Nakatomi Plaza.
Oh.
He's gone. He's not with us anymore. All right. So I think so. Any other Christmas movies or Christmas specials or
No, I
a
can't.
very Brady Christmas
No.
or something like that? Oh,
Oh, Love Actually. That's a good
I was
one.
bored with that.
Well, you're a
I was-
dude.
yeah.
Actually, I think that I watched that this weekend.
Hallmark and Lifetime. Some of them are good. Some of them are just like, oh, they're real snooze fests.
Some of them, yes, and then I really like the ones.
Four Christmases. That was kind of like I didn't
Yeah.
get that one. I didn't like it too much.
What was the one I watched?
It was
An
done
old
after
one.
the second Christmas.
Yeah. The Family Stone. I threw that one on last night.
Oh, boy, that one. I haven't seen that in a while.
That's an old one, yeah.
That was more of a cult classic. That was
Yeah, and I don't even think it was all that good. So
No, it was like more cinema than
Yeah.
anything. That had a bunch of people in it. Had
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of let's see. I'm trying to see if anybody else has any other. No, I think we've got them. So, but my favorites, honestly, like as far as animated specials, are like the old Rankin Bass ones from like the mid '60s.
Like,
You know, the A Year Without a Santa Claus.
oh, okay, Rudolph. Yeah.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Mhm.
I think that one's my favorite. Santa Claus. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah, but that's not
That's
one
when
we
Santa
watched.
Claus comes. You know, he starts giving gifts, bringing them down to Somber Town.
Yeah.
You know, and then there's a teacher there named Jessica, who turns out to be Mrs. Claus. So Mrs. Claus, a little trivia for you. Her name is Jessica.
How about we didn't even mention the Grinch or Charlie Brown?
Oh my God! Somebody mentioned Charlie Brown.
Okay.
But the Grinch,
and there's a few different Grinches now too.
Do you like the ones with the Jim Carrey one?
I do
Or
like
you
the Jim Carrey one.
Okay, I do too. I think
Yeah.
you did excellent. With
Yeah.
that right there. Here's another one. Christmas with the Cranks.
Oh yeah, we watched that this year.
Yeah.
And Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. Yeah. How about the Santa Claus?
Yeah, and there's a new one
Tim
this
Allen.
year.
Yep.
We didn't watch that one yet.
I do want to see Spirited.
Oh
now.
my God. All right. So from like the 1980s, the Santa Claus movie.
Yes.
Do you remember that one?
That's what I meant. That's what I was talking about with Tim Allen.
No, not
No?
that
Whoa,
one.
whoa, whoa.
No.
What?
There's one with Dudley Moore and John Lithgow from the 80s, and it's called the Santa Claus the movie.
Oh, I did see that.
Yes.
That one, okay.
Where they eat magic candy canes and they can fly.
It's like today, it's mushrooms. Home Alone.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, how did we not?
That's what I mean. There's so many.
So
of them.
many. All the Home Alone 1 and 2. I love both of them.
Let's see. Have you ever gone to Beaumont Farms in Wallingford? They have Rankin Bass Christmas displays almost every year, along with peanuts. It's amazing. The guy makes them by hand.
Wow.
That sounds pretty cool.
We just got back from it was like a 1980s Hallmark little town experience, but we just got back from the North Pole in upstate New York, and they actually have their own zip code, and that is their town name. And there's a little claim to fame Santa's workshop up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Victoria says, "Did you ever see the TikTok of the Grinch getting thrashed by the little boys?"
Yeah.
I've never seen that. She goes, "It's hysterical." And
It
you
is hysterical. Those kids were scared out of their minds. And the Grinch didn't care. He just kept going after him like I'm going to scare the living shit out of my kids.
How do I not see these? Oh. See, now every time we say, "Oh, we can't think anymore," another one pops
I
up.
know.
Yeah, right now I think, did we cover them all?
I think we did. It's funny. I was just looking at a meme today. Like, if you could only pick 3 Christmas movies, and they showed like a dozen, and I was like, oh, I don't know.
No. If you could pick 3, what would they be?
Christmas Vacation, Elf, and then the last one, I don't know. It would either be A Christmas Story or Home Alone, I think.
Got it. See, mine would be It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. I could watch that thing over and over and over again. No, probably like Rudolph.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if that's really
that's not a movie.
It's just
That's
a
the
special,
show. Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so It's a Wonderful Life, Elf, and oh God, I'm so torn. Not Die Hard. Elf. And everyone else, everything else.
Yeah,
I just can't pick them.
I know.
love them so much.
I know.
And it's one of those, I guess it's one of those things that that you're only going to watch them this time of year, right?
Mhm.
You're not gonna fire up the streaming service in April and go, hey, let's watch Christmas classics.
We
You know,
started, I
so-
think, on November 1st. I mean, right after Halloween, we started our first. The very first Christmas movie was Christmas Vacation that we watched this
Was
year.
it?
Yeah, last year too.
That's such a great movie, though.
Yeah.
Clark, gets his Jelly of the Month club. Oh, Clark. White Christmas. Did we mention White Christmas?
I did.
You
Yeah.
did. Okay. All right. All
Yep.
right.
I love that movie.
So that was Court. Court Kinney said White Christmas.
Sisters. Do you know that song?
No.
Oh, so you don't know
I
White
just thought
Christmas?
it was random. They just went,
Sisters.
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 No. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. As soon as we say that there's, we can't think of another one,
Mhm.
then another one will pop up. Of course,
Very
that
true.
will happen. All right. So, you know what's going on tomorrow, right? At the Board of Finance meeting.
The field
Yeah.
proposal. Yes.
They're gonna present that to the Board of Finance. tomorrow.
Yes. Yes.
Wonder how that's gonna go.
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, so Miranda Mahoney parent speaking, I'm
Yeah.
all for it.
Yeah.
Miranda Mahoney Grizzle Pride is just a neutral
Sure. Yeah.
Switzerland on everything.
Oh
but,
no, I was just
yeah.
Switzerland. I
but
just wonder how you felt about it.
no, I mean, I think
other
it's
people, How
time.
you think it'll go? Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I think it's time.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really hope that the residents decide to vote yes on this one,
Yeah.
because number one, you're spot on. It is time.
Mhm.
It's long overdue.
Mhm.
Long overdue. And I'm glad that the school finally got serious and said, okay, we're going to flip and do this.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I was scrolling Facebook and I saw Ray Churchill wrote a really good letter because he can't be at the Board of Finance
I
meeting.
had not read it, but I heard
It's
about
really
it.
good.
Yeah.
And he bullet point, and it's some talking points, and he makes some really good points. Like, we are known as having the best stadium with the worst field. Like, that's
Yeah.
our claim to fame
Yeah,
for
I've heard
Griswold
him
High
say that
School.
before,
And
yeah.
we do. We have there's nothing like coming down those stairs, and seeing it. But then you look at the field and you're like, oh,
It is. It's a great stadium.
yeah.
And for them to create this field would just be phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's a bunch of different things. It's like the culmination of like a complete image rework
Right.
for Griswold Public Schools and really the town.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for example, the sign that's outside, the middle school,
Yeah.
right? The LED sign there.
Yeah.
Or LCD sign. I don't even know what it is, but that just makes it look like we are now in the 21st century.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We were moving on.
Yeah.
The senior center,
I know.
that's one of those things.
It's an investment in the future. Like, we're planning for the future, and those will eventually bring in money. Like, the seniors,
they will.
the field will bring in money or save us money because kids won't be going out of town, and we won't have to be paying to send them into other places, and we'll get more players coming, or students
Yeah.
coming to us to play on our nice field.
Now, the thing with the senior center, and I think there's a ton of intangibles there that people maybe they don't think of. I don't know. Just because I do this, I look at it like, if someone's gonna an older couple, or maybe people in their midlife, like
Mhm.
like me. I think I'm in my midlife. I wouldn't. I hope I'm not end of life, but if I'm looking at a town, one of the things I'm going to look at is, like a community wellness center,
Right. What
a senior
services?
center.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
What's available.
Right.
You see that big, beautiful building and stuff, and all you hear from the people that complain, and if you're one of those, I'm sorry, but it costs too much. Okay. it was a lot of money, but what's it going to do?
Right.
What's it going to do for you?
And it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
I had a great day there
It was
Friday.
fun.
It was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, that was really good. It was a really grand. I was so proud of Tina,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a culmination of everything she's been fighting for. Todd as well.
Oh, I know.
For years.
Yeah.
So and
Yep.
have that thing finally open up. So people will look at that, I think,
Mhm.
as they're looking at, Grizzled as being a potential destination to
Right.
buy a home, or set up shop, whatever.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. So there's one of your intangibles, because now that brings a taxpayer into town, right? And they're
Mhm.
also going to use a lot of different area businesses, hopefully, as well. That's just one way.
Yeah.
The school, with the project that they did with the sign.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. McKenna has taken the school system from 4 sending towns to 7, with more on the way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. That's just more revenue for the town. You nailed it. You said, kids will want to stay here instead of going somewhere else
Mm-hmm.
to play sports. And people get hooked on, well, it's football field. No, it's much, much more than that. It's football, lacrosse, soccer, track. We can host state tournaments now
Right.
because we have a regulation
Right.
track.
Yeah. That's money right there too.
Exactly. So these are all things that I don't know if you got to look at the other side too. We're not just doing this because we're, pissing in the wind, so to
Right.
speak. It's an investment in the town, and I think it's about damn time.
It is. It is. I mean, 1992, that high school opened. I was the first class to go.
Really? Okay.
We started as freshmen in 92.
All right, so it is.
So
30
I never
years
got,
old.
but yeah, I never got to go to what's now the middle school. I never got to go there.
Really?
No.
See, now that was my high school.
Yeah. I mean, I went there all the time because my grandfather was principal, so I spent a lot of time in that school.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, I never actually was a student at that building.
Matter of fact, where Mr. McKenna's office was my English class. So as a senior and a sophomore too. So I don't know. I'm just glad, that it's even gotten to this point now,
Mhm.
and that they're going to be able to, present it tonight at the Board of Finance.
Yes.
You're going to have the naysayers and stuff like that.
You know what?
But-
I mean, what really should happen is we have a fantastic youth football program here in town. These
You're not
parents,
kidding, yeah.
these parents just go be the voice, that we're building this stadium or this field for that, for them,
What about in the middle of June? No one's playing football.
Mm-hmm.
Go there at 6 p.m. How many residents are walking the track?
Oh, I know.
So it's not just that too. You see what I mean? There's so many
Yeah.
different uses.
Mhm.
And, they call it the multi-purpose field.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what it's going to be. So,
Yeah.
So that's tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That's going to be at the middle school.
Okay.
I do not know if the school is streaming this one, because it's not a Board of Education meeting. It's a Board of Finance meeting.
Right. So that would be the town if they.
Yeah. Well, I doubt they're streaming it, but I don't know if the Board of Education is going to go ahead and have somebody
Mhm.
stream this, because I think this is a pretty important,
Right.
so anyway. All right. So you done with your Christmas shopping?
I am. I've been done. I start early September, October.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. I'll pick at it a little bit at a time.
Not me.
Typical male.
Last year I was done at this time, and I still have a few more things to get. But that's it. That's it.
I went
Hopefully I'll be done
shopping. I went to
today.
Target yesterday morning. I got up early and went, and it was all men in there. I'm like, yep.
Melissa and I were at Target yesterday afternoon before we went to the movie, and she goes, and I said, why? What is something that I need here that I can't get at Amazon or Walmart.com or whatever? She goes, no, that's not what it is. And I said, what? She goes, Walmart, you go for things that you need.
Yeah.
You come to Target, and Target tells you what
Yo,
you need.
yes. Target is dangerous. And I mean, and they have a Starbucks too, which is I was supposed to be here at 9:30. So my plan was, of course, drop the kids off, go straight to Starbucks and get my
Oh, okay.
coffee to come here. So I skipped my Starbucks coffee for you
Well,
today.
We can go get Starbucks. We'll get Starbucks and then we'll do what we got to do.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Yeah. I got to go home and get my laptop too. I
okay.
legit scatterbrained left the house this morning. So I'm supposed to be at the town hall at 10 meeting somebody, but planned. Yeah.
Are we gonna?
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
You want to get together later if you have to be at the town hall?
No, it's all right. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
It's the week before Christmas. I mean, I don't think many people work or are productive at work this week.
Yeah, no, they're going. They're just kind of sitting there, twiddling their thumbs.
Yeah.
Not us though, Miranda. We're still rocking and rolling. Polino says you'd also be able to use the field to hold concerts in the summer, like a lot of towns do on their greens.
That's a fantastic idea.
David, let me tell you something. This dude has got ideas for days.
Huh.
He's my friend in Hamden, and he works for Special Olympics. And he's like an idea guy for them too. And he just comes up with crap.
Yeah, that's
works.
A good one.
He goes, the stands are already built in seating. It's the baseball field's the same way. You know, it's all stadium seating and everything, you know?
Yeah.
You could hold wrestling matches there like they do at like Dodd.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Have the thing on the ring in the middle of the field and whatever. And whatever. There are a million things that you can do. There's a million things. So anyway, what's going on with Grizzle Pride? I mean, we're moving into the holiday season.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of focus is going on with Grizzle Pride right now?
So we are working really hard to launch this pilot program. So, you know, we've brought in so many, we're very lucky. We really worked hard to bring in a lot of services for overdose, for opioid treatment, but we were missing one piece, and that was overdose outreach. So after an overdose, a lot of police departments and stuff nationwide, they'll follow up with people after an overdose. So a police department with a recovery coach will go out. And we were missing that piece. And, you know, there's a lot of challenges here we have to overcome with this because we don't have our town police department. We don't have paid fire departments. So, how are we going to do this? And we heard of this program down in Lexington County, South Carolina, and it's a pilot program, and they call it CORE, Coordinated Overdose Response and Engagement. And they were using cell phones to do their overdose outreach. So the EMS would leave a care package with the person after an overdose, and in it would be a prepaid track phone with information, resources, Narcan, all that stuff to leave after an overdose. And then the recovery coach would make contact or would attempt to make contact with that cell phone. So we have UCFS on board, their recovery coach, and we have American Ambulance on board to take control of the care packages to leave after an overdose. So now we just got American on board a couple weeks ago. So now we're in the phase of policy and procedure writing and how are we going to actually roll this out. I had a meeting with the Lexington County people down there. So I learned of how they've done it. I've learned like what to do, what not to do, lessons learned from the field type of thing. And so I think after the holidays, we'll be ready to rock and roll on this. I'm super excited because I don't think there's anything like that up here. So we would be the first, probably in New England, you know? Okay. So when I talked to the South Carolina people, they were so thrilled that, their ideas being copied. So I'm excited for this. So that's like the bulk of what we're doing right now. We do a ton with our student leadership kids at the high school. They just wrote in their SIB classes last week, about 400 Christmas cards for people, and they could choose which population to send it to. So it was either to the seniors here locally, to teenagers that are in a residential facility or program, or what was the other one? Oh, the Veterans Coffee House. So I think 400 Christmas cards are going out today, I believe. So that was a really cool project that we supported them on. And then we have, there's so much going on. There's a lot going on at the middle school, this parent coalition they started. So we're helping to support that. So yeah, we're at our drug take back days have now surpassed over a ton of medications collected. That was a huge landmark for us, or milestone. What's the word?
Oh, milestone.
Milestone.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I always loved the drug take back days and how they've evolved. I remember
Yeah.
the first couple ones, you know, everybody was kind of sitting around, people come over and they bring them over to you. Now it's like it's drive through.
Yeah.
You just come in and you know right
Yeah.
out the window. I remember one guy, I don't know if it was like 3 or 4 years ago. I think it was pre-pandemic. He came in and he literally had cases of fentanyl.
Liquid fentanyl. Yeah. It was a cancer patient.
Yeah, who passed or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
And, I mean, that's stuff that could have gotten onto the streets.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
Oh.
a scary one. I mean, the trooper just locked that right up in his squad car that day, because that was like,
Yeah.
whew.
That's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one.
Yep.
And people also bring like not just stuff that's, you know, like fentanyl
Mm-hmm.
or painkillers.
Oh yeah, vitamins, pet
Yeah,
medicine,
yeah.
whatever. Yep, all that.
What did I bring one time? Oh, an allergy medication that I didn't need anymore, didn't use. So I don't know. These are all wonderful services that Grizzle Pride has offered, you know, since its inception. And
Yeah.
it's really fun because I remember when you first, and I've said this before, but I don't think everybody else has heard it too at the same time. Say when you first came in, you know, with Romeo
Yeah.
Blackmore, you know, with Putnam Pride,
Mm-hmm.
and you were like, I don't know, you didn't really want to talk, but you did.
I did.
And just to see like how you've taken how you've taken this program, and once Grizzle got the grant,
Yeah.
and you just ran with it.
Yeah. Can you believe this is our last year of
Unbelievable.
funding?
And
It's been 5 years.
I thought it was like 3. I thought we were
Yeah.
you're number 3.
No.
But just the way like your public speaking is like,
Mhm.
I mean, it's like this is meant for you.
See, and I mean, yeah, I mean, I've come a long way for sure. And Putnam,
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I watched it.
well, in Putnam, I didn't have to. Like Romy, like we had our roles. Like Romy and I worked really well together, and he was a public speaker. You know, he was the
Yeah.
face and the voice, and I could just sit back and do the rest of the stuff up in Putnam. So here it's just me, so I had to.
Well, you did.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just that. It's just you've partnered with so many different other organizations like Matt's Mission. for
I
example,
know.
CIRAC.
Yes.
So, I mean, definitely, and it's something how the focus has shifted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from prevention to is it more?
So with last year funding, we are reapplying for the Drug Free Communities grant again. So hopefully we'll get that. It will be competitive process and
Yep.
nationwide. But anyway, I was meeting with our grant writer last week, and we were just, talking. He's learning about what we're doing, and I was like, I said it looks, the funding is for youth prevention. That's what we're supposed to be focused on. And it looks like we're not doing that, but it's because we've built such an infrastructure over these last 5 years that it's integrated in everywhere in Griswold. So I was like, well, should I pull this, from the grant, since we're not, I don't have to do it anymore? They're like, no, show that the school has taken on this. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. So like, this is how we sustain prevention, because funding, there's not going to be funding forever for Grizzle Pride. There won't be. That's the whole point of grants, is to build your capacity to sustain this program beyond grant funding. And so we're there, like I don't have to do youth stuff anymore because the school is doing all that. They've completely taken off with SEL, social emotional learning, and trauma informed schools, and they're building that in their school district. So it makes my job easier because now I don't have to push to do
Right.
this and that. We're there. We're really good. I think we're in a really good position to get refunded, hopefully, for years 6 through 10.
Larry just said perhaps the borough can get a grant to extend this.
So it doesn't go by that. It's completely different. So it goes by zip code, really. So
I remember you saying that before,
yeah. So it goes by zip code. So if once a zip code has their 10 years of Drug Free Communities funding, then they can't reapply for the Drug Free Communities grant. They can go for other grants, but it does go by the zip code.
Gotcha.
So not the borough.
So this is
Yeah.
5 years that you can reapply for 5 years, but there's a lot of competition this
A
time
lot of
around, you're saying?
competition. So there's 120 coalitions right now that are in the same year as us, year 5s. So 120 of us will be going after this year 6 grant, and they're only giving out
It'll be
50,
6 through 10.
6 through 10, yeah. And they're only giving out 50 awards to the 120 coalitions that are currently funded.
And this is what, 125,000 a year? is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So, but it won't be the end of the world if we don't get it. We would reapply next year. Putnam had gap years and funding up there.
Yeah.
It's, as long as we keep doing what we're doing, we'll eventually get funded. And now with, the opioid crisis, there's so much funding out there. So like we're going for drug-free communities. That's what we're sticking with. But then there's this CARA grant, then there's state DEMIS grants. So
there's a lot of stuff.
there's a lot of
out
stuff
there.
out there, but once you have drug-free communities, it kind of is like that opens the doors for other stuff. Once you're a DFC coalition, I mean, that's
Drug-free
like,
community.
that's the best, that's the cream of the crop. That's what you want to be, because then you can go for the other funding. Like Putnam mentored us. We could go for a mentoring grant and help another town get started, like that type of stuff.
Right. Peggy wants to know where does the funding come from for the services?
CDC and ONDCP. So CDC, everybody knows that. And then ONDCP is Office of National Drug Control Policy. So that funding, they work together to fund the coalitions nationwide.
So what happens in the event that all of a sudden, Grizzle Pride doesn't get any funding? What happens at that point?
Well, you're lucky because not only am I the project coordinator, but I'm a resident and parent here. So you would still have my volunteer services to keep Grizzle Pride going, although I would have to go searching for another job. But
Me too.
But
I gotta say that because Grizzle Pride and Putnam Pride have been incredible supporters of us here, and they're one of the reasons why we are allowed to continue to do
well, and vice versa. So yeah.
Well, it's. I want to let you know that's.
Thank you.
It's very important to us. So, let's see. Larry says that's what I was suggesting. Since the borough is considered a distressed community and qualifies for additional grants, now would that be? That's different, right?
Yeah, that's different, and it doesn't just go like you can't just say, we're a distressed community, we need funding for prevention. You have to have the coalition. It's got to be in existence for a certain amount of time. And once the coalition has the 10 years of that DFC funding, then that coalition is done. So like what happened in Putnam finished their 10 years of DFC funding, and so they knew that they would never get DFC again. So they kind of folded up into the YMCA. They have a new name. They have brought in more regional type of network up there. And so now it's a whole different coalition. So they could eventually go for different types of funding.
So really the key is getting 6 through 10.
Right now, we got to get 6 through 10. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how long before you think you find that out?
So
that's probably gnawing at you.
The grant's released in January. It's due in March. And usually, I mean, it's been a while, but when we were notified last time, it was September.
Gotcha.
Which stinks for me, because if we get if they come in middle of September and say, sorry, you didn't get awarded.
Yeah.
My funding ends at the end of September.
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
All right, Miranda, thank you for coming by.
Thank
you. And we'll have you back again.
That was fun.
Yeah. We'll
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy New Year.
Maybe next time we'll talk about Groundhog Day movies.
There's only that one.
Groundhog. There we go. That's the end of the show. All right, guys. Tomorrow it's going to be the return of Rich Wasilek. He'll be back in. He's been cleared to come back to radio because he had his back surgery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he'll be back for the first time in like 6 years. I don't know. It's like, no, I don't know, about 3 months.
He's been out that long?
Oh, hell. He hasn't been here.
No way.
No,
how did I not know that?
So, the last show he did with me was over at 2 North Main.
Wow. But Kathy comes here, right?
Kathy and Victoria Robinson Lewis, Did I say that right, Victoria? Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully Victoria's going to come in tomorrow too. So I haven't talked to Victoria, but I told her, I said, just even though Rich has come back, I don't want you to think we don't want you to. I don't want you to think that you were just a stopgap.
Yeah.
So but it's good to have 3 people if you can. But he's been it's been 4 or 5 months.
Wow.
Because he wasn't able to do, because he had his back surgery. And it was something because Rich would come in Tuesday, Thursday, depending on his work schedule.
Yeah.
And it takes a while, to really, to have a kind of like a morning team or any kind of team kind of really hit its groove and start going. Like Paul and I really only started maybe last year to really start to flow a lot.
Yeah.
But Rich, we just started. I got to go on back surgery. So now, and then Victoria, who's been wonderful, comes in and like, we're just starting to kind of get into a flow. It's like, I don't want her to go away.
Yeah.
I want her to join in, some more. So, and even with you at the beginning, it was like, it was hard to pull things out of you.
Yeah.
And now it's like,
normal.
It's easy peasy.
Yep.
So, all right. So we will be back once again tomorrow with Rich Wasilek, and hopefully Victoria, you'll be there too. So have a good day, Miranda. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow right here on SNSN.
Hi, I'm Harry, the Tooth Fairy. Or at least I used to be the Tooth Fairy. Business was great. Then people started discovering Griswold Dental. Dr. Norman Katzoff and his staff can do things to help you keep your teeth longer.